Why not? Hi, Goose.
The goose is loose. That's what he said. I'm just passing it on.
Did you say that in like Discord chat?
Yeah, he was like
Oh,
the goose is
nice.
loose. Yeah, yeah. I think that's the best trash talking we'll get in a company Valorant tournament.
There you go.
Yeah. Right. Let me look up the stream real quick.
I think we're at 122 of backlog at this point. So
No.
also look at
OLED game.
in game chat. What's game chat? You can start streaming. Okay, thanks. Thanks for believing me. I've always wanted to be a streamer. Wait, is Goose their streamer? Do we know Goose?
Nah, Goose is a player on the Google team.
Ah, okay.
They're just having a little goof and gaff, if you will.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Wait, what is the GVal stream?
Feels you sound like you don't watch often.
Ah, oh,
Putting him
oh,
on blast right away.
oh God. Oh, I watch. I was there last time, but some other times, things came up. Coldfish needed walking, you know.
If the teacher's not here in 15 minutes, we're legally allowed to take a W.
Yeah. Wait.
Could you imagine?
I can. Did that ever happen for you? Was the teacher did the teacher never show up for 15 minutes for you? That happened to me one.
No, we got to like 12 though one time.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Was everyone
especially
like,
after
"Oh,
lunch.
oh, okay." No, see, that's understandable.
All right, we're live in YouTube Studio now.
All right. Yeah, I work for that company.
No way.
All right. Well, hello, uh, the CEA viewers. I know that we have a huge, massive audience, and my voice might be a little different. Q was unable to make it today just for personal reasons, and so you got me. My name is Peels. I am a friend of the stream, and that I'll be the one casting today with my fellow co-caster, Trevor. If you want to introduce yourself.
Uh, Hello.
All right.
I am Trevor. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I'm getting the coach slot. There we go. Whoopsies. I
Yeah,
wasn't
that's right.
pressing play. I have not loaded Valorant for about a year now, so I'm gonna give some riveting commentary.
That's what we're here for. We're here for Trevor's commentary,
Yeah,
and his insights into the game, because
mostly
a
just
lot of
yelling at
things.
lightning
I
or
think
XES, I guess.
yes, yes, XCS, the anchor for GVal. So yeah, today we're doing Aimdroid versus Hyperspike. Going by how Aimdroid and Hyperspike are doing, I think this is going to be a great match. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have a good time. We're going to get some goofs. We're going to get some gaffs, and maybe a few laughs.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah, yeah. So I think the teams are just getting into their spots right now. They're just loading up, talking to each other, getting comfortable, getting ready to provide a show.
Looks like they're gonna start with their pick ban here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right.
Piers, what's your favorite map?
That's a good question. I think my favorite map has to be Haven, the only map in the game that they basically didn't touch since the game's release. It's probably the
Okay.
best map. Yeah. Close second is definitely Bind, and then after that, I don't know, man. They're all kind of the same to me at
Blend
that point.
together. All right.
Yeah, yeah. From your time period, what it from your time
My
from
time
playing till
period.
now.
Dang, you're
Yeah,
aging me over
yeah,
here.
you're ancient. Yeah, yeah. What do you remember of the Valorant maps? Which was your favorite?
I honestly really like Ascent. I don't know if that's gonna be banned or not. I know I see it here now. I really
Yeah.
love going to middle and just getting deleted because I can't snipe, but pretending that I could. Uh, I miss the days where XCS was a little iron, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, couldn't aim for anything. It was his first time doing a PC game. I remember those days fondly. It was a very good time.
Yeah. I
Put in
remember
the
the 19
grind.
too. Yeah, that's a good
Okay,
time.
all right.
All right. So it looks like Hyperspike is banning Pearl so far, which, you know, then Aimdroid bans Split, and so we're just waiting. Those are the two map bans so far. We might see Ascent, you know, like that. We might circle back to your favorite map. I actually kind of like Ascent too. I know a lot of people don't really enjoy it too much, but it's one of my favorites, you know. And going mid is obviously a great strategy. If Lightning hasn't told you, it is
Oh,
the yeah, it is a great strategy.
oh no. He's told me all the strategies and all the things that I should do, and so I tend to do the opposite. But it looks like they just picked Ascent.
Yep, yep. It looks like we're going to Ascent. It's gonna be exciting. I think from my personal insider knowledge, Aimdroid has been cooking up on Ascent.
Okay.
So we'll see. We'll see. A little unbiased commentary here, of course. Completely unbiased, but you know, it's how
Yeah.
it is.
Third party observers, we're good to go.
Exactly. All right, and it looks like Aimdroid is starting defense on Ascent, which is a classic. Ascent being a defender-sided map, so they're trying to get the initial advantage and hopefully convert that into a snowball win. Try to get a few rounds in the beginning, maybe get like a 7-5, 8-4 half, and then close it out on offense. At least that's what I hope the plan is.
Uh, you always wonder if there is a plan.
It's
I
true.
like to think that
And,
there is.
and sometimes the plan is there is no plan. And that throws people
Oh,
off.
Icebox.
Ooh, okay. So our maps are Ascent and Icebox. Yeah. What do you have any strong emotions about Icebox, or are you kind of whatever on it?
I strongly remember dying a lot on Icebox. Um, I would always be the person left to hold a site, and then my team would die, and it would be like a 1v3, 1v4 swing. Never worked out. I think I got it like one set of maybe 100 times. So, fond memories, I guess.
It sounds like the Icebox I love and hate.
There you go.
Uh, yeah. Interesting. I do know Icebox is a favorite of Appa's Bork. He really loves that map. And so maybe we're gonna look for his performance on it too. You know,
Okay.
putting him on the spot.
Yeah. Gonna keep
Yeah.
an eye on that one.
hmm I guess we're also just waiting for the last Hyperspike member to fill in here, and looks like he did. And this match is on its way to starting. On its way to starting.
I don't have to click anything. What does R mean? Oh, ready.
Ready? Yeah.
There you
There
go.
we go.
Figuring out all the things.
All right.
What's your
Agent
guess on
select
comp?
screen. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I would say, what's your guess on comp?
I think Goose is on Yoru. I think likely we're gonna see a Teo on this map, probably with XCS.
Okay.
Well, maybe not now that we see I am Ace White is hovering the KO. They might run a KO Teo. Say that a few times fast if you
Oh
can.
no.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll probably see. I think so. They recently nerfed Vice, so we might not see her. So yeah, so we're gonna end up seeing a Cipher. The Sova is a classic pick, and Omen is like the default smokes character on this map. I actually don't think you can play any other smokes. Maybe
Yeah.
Astra if you're like super big brained, but I think most teams just run Omen for that extra Omen flash. Taking the site is very hard on this map, especially if they've got, Sentinel set up there.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I expect Hyperspike to kind of do a similar comp. Oh,
Oh.
see it? The Teo? They see, dude, I'm telling you, my predictions,
Select
they're
your
coming.
agent.
Oh.
All right. Looks like we're going Sova Jet and Yoru. So the double duelist comp from Aimdroid, meaning they're going to try and be aggressive, probably going to take some map control on one side of the map, and maybe take some map control on both sides or mid.
Wow. Look at those comp differences.
Yeah.
Got the Omen standard.
Yep. The
Cipher
Cypher
shared.
standard. Yeah. But there we go. We see a Teo and a Breach. A very relevant duo right now. Teo Breach. Breach can just kind of stun you, and Teo can throw his bombs at you, and you'll die. And that's kind of the strategy with those two. It's kind of interesting. The Reyna, however, is a very pub stompy pick. You know what I mean? Like she kind of just wants to farm, get some kills, and as opposed to Aimdroid trying to go for a more like European style of play, where they run plays and such. You know what I mean? Here we go. We got the Sova Classic on B. Same with Yoru, setting up his TP across the map in case they hit A, with a Cypher Cam holding mid. We see some initial A aggression, the breach flash towards A, but a smoke is kind of calmed down on A. We also took a lot of space on B, so Aimdroid kind of knows it's got to be stacked towards A. Nope, we see Cypher in mid with tiles. Yoru's got a flank. You get some shots on him. And we got a pick in Cat. And so now they're on site on A. They know where Jet is. She's trying to hold the site. They take the site. Now it's just left to Yoru and Cypher for this retake. Kind of an initial hit. That was super fast. Yoru's waiting. He's got his time coming. Cypher's scared about the guy who was lurking in mid. Yoru got a pick up top in heaven. That's huge. Grabbing the sheriff. They've still got a breach flash and the Teo mollies for stun. They got breach. Cypher cams A main. Clearing hell. Cypher A main. 1v1. Those are the mollies. The bombs. We took a hit and oh, the post plant coming from Tejo, denying the defuse, getting Hyperspike round 1. What do you think, Trevor?
You know, it's the game I remember, game I love. It was a rough one, but I think we'll bring it back.
Yeah. How are you feeling about the Ascent pick so far?
You know, it's everything that I remember and why I'm not here anymore.
All right, so now it
Heavy
looks
on
like
the
we're
A
getting a
side.
second round bonus. Aimdroid stacking towards A, hoping for a quick A hit. Looks like they didn't see anybody, so they're going to rotate and run fast towards B. Yoru is probably scared out of his mind, holding the shorty on B. Oh god, oh baby, they're on site. He gets the 2 shots on Breach, still not dead. Breach is low. They're on site B. Oh, the Soba gets the Cypher. That's XES there, getting the clutch kill. Cypher's got a big flank right now. Spike's planted. 3v4 retake. There's a dink on Reyna. Teo's Speedway. Oh, the blind on Jet. interesting that they use the blind in this scenario for the post plant. One way towards stairs because they know Jet's there.
Last player standing.
Ooh, the Teo just gunning Cypher down on the flank. And I think Ace White is electing to go for some exits and die to the bomb here, just so he can get some money. But that's how it rolls. Ooh, the coordinated Omen TP Reyna wide swing. Not really much you can do there. All right, so let's see now what adjustments Aimdroid's gonna make, because now it's their buy. They got guns. I think they're gonna do likely the same setup as before. Sova and Yoru on B, and then Cypher sets up on A, and then have Omen and Jet kind of patrol A and mid, just to keep the space. Though we might see something interesting from Hyperspike on their bonus. Looks like an initial B presence. We see shots from Reyna, the Guardian there. Looks like Teo's mid. Giving a flash for Jet to peek. Looks like we saw 2 mid, Omen and Teo. So Cypher's probably vigilant, watching Cubby, make sure there's breach.
Spike down mid.
But looks like Omen trades him out. Appa's board getting the trade and getting one more. 4v3 for Aimdroid right now.
Here.
Omen signaling that he has the spike mid, but their Omen comes and shows him who's boss. Last guy was stuck, Cubby, and Jet is trying to get this flank on him. And there we go. Aimdroid secures a nice round, making the score 1-2, keeping 3 guns. Can't be mad about that round. I think it went pretty well for Aimdroid. All right, now the Yoru ult is online for Aimdroid. It is an amazing ult, gets you huge value, essentially a guaranteed kill no matter what you do if you have the right skills for it. Same setup. That's kind of what Sova and Yoru are good for, just holding B down. And Jet's going to take this aggressive angle in mid. Looks like we see an initial early Omen flash on A, maybe signaling B, maybe signaling a fast B push. We get the smokes down on B.
Here.
Sova and Yoru are turtling on B just to make sure we can hold it down. We have good presence all over the map. We have good mid control. Jet has got a great angle holding Cubby. And Omen gets this amazing pick on tiles on the Teo. A huge blow to Hyperspike on their buy round. We see 2 hitting B, Reyna and Omen. Yoru's backside with this judge. I'll never expect him here. All right. It looks like he's still just turtling backside. Jet gets the huge pick mid. The breach ult comes out on B. People are starting to rotate towards B. We have an Omen TP to backside. They close the door. Omen's on site. Reyna switch. And now it's a 2v2 retake, and that judge gets its value. Reyna's on site, doing a 1v1 Yoru. The initial blind, the clone that was just nerfed. Reyna says, I don't give a fuck about a clone. Oh, wait, we cannot curse.
Smooth.
Yeah. I don't give a flip. There we go. That's how it is.
So, what's the plan?
And here we go. Aimdroid and Hyperspike have evened it back up to 2-2. I think Hyperspike is on their... they're on a save right now, which gives Aimdroid the advantage. This is playing out kind of how we see most Ascent games play out. Maybe the offense gets the pistol round here and there. Sometimes they don't. But the defensive hold on Ascent is pretty strong. Alright, looks like our Jet's going to try and do a quick peek mid to get some value out of her dash. Doesn't go for it. Looks like we see some initial presence on B. Reyna and perhaps one more. Cypher's lurking up mid, and Jet gets the pick on him. The Reyna flashes out, hits the trip. Cypher gets the easy kill, perhaps burning the ult too early in a 1v5, but secure the round. I get it. And here we go. Aimdroid taking the lead. A near flawless victory. Now, this is where things get interesting. Hyperspike's got 4 ults, one of them being the Teo ult, the primary ult, I would say, on their team. Maybe Breach ult is a little better. But that can be huge for hitting a site. I think Aimdroid's playing around this right now. They see that they've got some ults set up for Hyperspike, and so they put their Cypher setup on B. Maybe thinking that, oh, Hyperspike just hit A, so they won't expect Cypher on B because Cypher was just on A. We get an initial one-way on A. Jet taking some valuable space on A, holding the space. A stack on B means that if Hyperspike comes towards B, they're going to be running into a bear trap.
The hunt begins.
One ult's popped. Looks like they're shoveling towards mid. Reyna flashes out mid, hoping for an early duel.
Cutting through.
Cypher was lurking towards B main. Maybe they're doing a 1-3-1. Looks like that's what it is. Cypher B main, Teo and Reyna mid. We get another smoke towards B. Lightning is backing off from mid because he doesn't want to fight this 1v1 alone. Giving them the space. There's a huge uncertain area right now in mid. Looks like they haven't taken the mid space, but they're going for the A hit with the Teo ult. Reyna takes out the Jet, who's holding the A main space, and it looks like they're hitting site. They're on site right now with the plant. A 4v5 retake. This is going to be tough. Just getting insane value out of that Judge Yoru ult combo. Yoru just peeking out of that smoke, being aggressive. 2v1. Cypher's the only one remaining. Pops his ult. He knows where both of them are. He stuck Jen. He's dinked. And he's dead. Oh my goodness. Aimdroid with the beautiful 4v5 retake.
Thanks. It is over.
What do you think about that so far, Trevor? How do you feel about this?
I like the swing back that we have going on here. We were down at 0-2 there for a second, and I was a little worried, but team's coming back, and glad we're back.
Yeah. I mean, I've got to say the Judge plays by Goose right now have been super clutch. Getting, I think, 1 on the previous round, and then getting 1 more with his ult. Super huge for Aimdroid's economy, and kind of, it's what's keeping them, very healthy in terms of the long-term planning in the game. Okay, an initial early Reyna flash on B, hitting the tripwire on B, getting a free kill for Cypher. Breach is also on B, Cypher is also on B. Just looks like a fast B hit. Teo's switch, getting tagged with the cam, last on site, and looks like it's going to be an easy cleanup. Oh, I spoke too soon! Just kidding, I'd never make mistakes.
If we go easy on them, they will never learn.
Yeah, it kind of just looked like a desperation play for Hyperspike right there. We're on a save. Let's just try and hit a site. Maybe we'll get a few picks.
That goes there.
Didn't end up working. We because of the Cypher setup on B, but you never know. Maybe this round we're going to see something a little crazy from them. I do like that they are working up mid, as Trevor did suggest. That is the best strategy on this map. Initial B presence by Reyna. Omen drops a smoke towards B. That Judge is just getting so much value for Aimdroid. Lightning with the 2 scam. Looks like they're hitting B again. Ooh, alright, and here we go. Jet with the up, likely gonna save. Maybe try and get this 1 or 2 exit frags. Holding for an undisciplined peek. And now, after the drone sees the op, we're probably not going to see any more peeks from Hyperspike. Oh, okay, going for it. I guess they have good eco. They get Breach. Omen is tucked away in that corner. He knows where the last 2 are. Flashed out. Maybe he's going to just try and grab this op and get out. Nope. I guess the op died on site, so probably not. Trying to get these exit oh, there we go. There's one exit pick. Ooh, almost movement diffed him there.
And he got out.
He did get out.
Okay, we know the drill.
See, these teams are crafty. They don't go down easy. They're not like a chicken sandwich.
A chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they're not like a chicken sandwich, you know? They don't go down easy. They're like a pack of nails, you know? Those don't go down easy at all.
Do they go down at
Anyway.
all?
Yeah. Looks like we got an initial breach stun on B, but not much presence. There's a flash, so Lightning is probably signaling over to his team. Hey, they're here. We see a Cypher cam set up on A. Maybe Cypher's lurking. Oh, the Cypher just runs in and gets one. Interesting. All right, there's the Reyna. So it looks like they were trying to do a fake on B. They were going to molly Cypher out of his hiding spot by Dice. These are some great mollies. All right, Oppa's Bork are getting one. Likely we're going to see a 3v3 retake here. Jet rotating the site, getting one. Huge.
Ooh.
Oh, Jet was just on it, but the tail was, you know, too quick. Oh,
It's all down to Lightning.
Spike planted.
All down to Lightning here. They do have Teo ult, so even if Lightning can get him to burn it, that would be huge for this retake. That way they just don't have it on the next round.
One enemy remaining.
Huge pick from Lightning.
There
here,
we go.
And a huge clutch.
Will he pick up
Lightning
the
did-
op?
Yes. Will he pick it up? Will he hold his wits?
My babushka told me not to brag.
Yes, yeah, it looks like
There we
yes.
go.
Yeah. Trevor, what do you think about your roommate's clutch right there?
You know, this isn't the Iron gameplay I'm used to. You know, he's gotten a lot better recently.
I'm inclined to agree. That clutch was something that we all can agree it was was beautiful, if you may. All right, but it looks like Hyperspike here has got two ults that are great for taking sites. I expect to see both of them if they're on a buy right now.
Scanning ahead.
Initial darting B, saw nobody. Lightning is considering taking space. Goose on the loose, taking some shots, and Jet gets the first pick through mid, catching the lurking Cypher, giving Aimdroid some relief. We see Reyna A main. We're getting to a little bit of a scuffle. Teo's also A. I'm expecting to see some sort of ultimate come out. Maybe not. Looks like they might have just had the site for free. Yoru's ulting in, trying to gauge how many are there. We see Reyna, we see Breach, we see Teo. Where's everybody else? We see Omen. We see all four there. So what are we gonna? And Yoru just tells him exactly where he is, throwing a flash, trying to blind anybody. And it looks like that's the way the cookie crumbles, man. A very, very great retake from Aimdroid, and I guess we didn't see any ults there because Hyperspike was on their say round, so probably doesn't make much sense to waste your ults if you only have pistols, you know?
Yeah.
Here we are, 7-3, 7-3.
Oh, going back to Judge gameplay.
It's so interesting too because they have the money for a gun, like for even the rest of the rest of the half. He could just buy guns, judges and guns if he wanted to. Maybe that's what we'll see. Not so sure. I'm expecting a fast hit on one of the sites, just with those two ults now that they're on their buy. Let's see what happens. Looks like Breach stun and Teo Molly on A. Reyna flash on A. Showing a lot of A presence.
Oh,
And
wow.
there's the Breach stun. Jet getting one shot off on the Reyna. The Teo's out. The Breach is out. The mouse is out of the house, man. And looks like we saw the Breach ult just take the site. They got the plant down. A 4v4 retake with Teo's ult still online. This is going to be tough for Aimdroid. Looks like we're collecting time and getting ready to hit. We throw the arrow out. The clone is out too. The Cypher throws his cam. Yoru flash on the way. And unfortunately, 2 goes down for Aimdroid, but Aimdroid gets 2 back. It's a 1v1 with mollies and an ult. Can Lightning pull it off again? There's the mollies.
Oh.
Last round in the
There we go. A great round played by Hyperspike,
Lose it anyway.
leveling the score out to 7-4. They still have their Teo ult. That's huge. This is the last round in the half. We're going to see all our ults if we get them. If there's an opportune time to use them too for Omen and Cypher. Aimdroid with no ults is kind of worrying, but at the same time, they've been able to hold before. And as we've stated, Ascent is a pretty defensive-sided map. Looks like we see Teo mollies coming out on A, but no real presence.
Oh,
my
wow.
3, he dashes into him. Oh, he gets 1, maybe even 2. They know exactly where Goose is. They ult misses. They're gonna try and take A. The Reyna flashes out. The arrow is out too. Yoru's out of there. He TPs. There's 3 on site. Reyna's Gen.
Down A.
Last 2 are Tree and Gen.
No more charges left.
Reyna wrapping around potentially.
Remaining. Last
Cypher snuffs it out. Oh!
For the clutch.
The clutch. Omen v Omen. The dominance was asserted. And now we're here, hopefully to feel the wrath of Aimdroid's double duelist comp. Will they be able to aggressively take this space? Find out next week on Dragon Ball.
And the stream's taken down for copyright.
Oh man. Bureaucracy got us again, dude. Alright, looks like we're leading towards maybe a fake B hit A setup. Leaving the spike towards the A site while showing a lot of presence towards B. You're probably going to throw his TP towards B, or he's just going to go towards B. Hyperspike doing some initial aggression, throwing a breach stun, a tail molly, and a Cypher push towards B site. That gives Aimdroid the cue. Hurry up, go to A. But this Omen one way. Oh, Goose! The Goose is loose and angry. Getting that first pick on the Reyna. All right, looks like a little bit of middling right now. Getting that first pick on the Reyna is huge. Looks like they're just taking the site. It's an A site hit. Alert the masses. We're on A. We're on A.
Reloading.
And here we go. A breach stun coming out. Perhaps a fast flood by Hyperspike. But no. Plants down. Cypher cam's destroyed. Omen flashes out through Gen. Looks like they're opening tree door. Oh, and their breach is going on a rampage right now. Jet's getting 1.
Eyes down.
And 2. Oh. Great retake by Hyperspike, stalling out the Aimdroid push, and this is how it goes. They got the site, but can they hold it? They have the 2 duelists to get the site, but are they duelist enough to hold it? That is the question. Alright, looks like we're heading towards A site. Initial dart off the bat to try and get some presence on A main. The breach and the Reyna were trying to fight for it, but the dart scared them off. We also see the tail mollies come out. It's a lot of util coming out from Hyperspike to try and retain this space. Cypher's going on a little bit of a lurk on B. His presence is known though. His cam got shot out. Omen clears out Wine. They have all A main control. Maybe waiting for Cypher to gain some more space or to get a rotate in. They're droning up. Let's see Reyna on Heaven. Reyna gets flashed by the clone. Omen flashes back from tree. And maybe they chill out for a second. They got stalled out by the Omen flash. They drop smokes. Breach stuns. Aimdroid is getting completely stalled out right now. They're trading util back and forth. Yoru clone for Reyna Flash. Yoru Flash for Omen Flash. And the Cypher pushes out of B on their buy round to kill our lurking Cypher on tiles. Crazy stuff going on.
30 seconds left.
30 seconds left. 30 seconds left. There's a mad dash for the B site. Yoru's going as fast as he can, trying to snuff out where the Cypher is because he did push up. The Cypher knows that the Yoru's here. He's got to take out the cam and try and weave through these trips on site. Gets through it. Hits the switch. Tail mollies are there. Gets the Cypher on site. Looks like we will be able to get plant down, get the early money. And boom. We got the plant down. That is still useful for Aimdroid, but it looks like that was just an easy cleanup job by Hyperspike. Mopped up, if you will.
They really got picked off. Very disparate from each other. It didn't seem like they ever really put up a concerted fight on that one.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think they definitely had their plans to hit A together, but I think Hyperspike's util was just great for stalling them out. The smokes, the stuns, the flashes, the mollies, is tough to deal with. That's Ascent for you.
Keep up.
But it looks like now Aimdroid is on their full buy and they're ready to hit a site with the Euro.
I'll handle this. Cutting through. Here.
Throws his TP back, trying to hunt down the Cypher. Where could he be? Clearing out all of site, he didn't see him. Clearing out backside, telling his team, hey, it's free, get on the site. Seeing the breach there, getting him with the judge. The infamous judge. Judge Judy, if you will. The Cypher gunning him down. From where? They broke the market door. Yoru still got his TP active. The Reyna flashes, but gets no one.
Portal closed.
The TP is gone. And now we've got a 2v4, Cypher with low health, Yoru with the judge, and a dream, if you will. Two flashes, gets one, almost gets the second. And there it is. Not what you want to see if you're Aimdroid. Losing your buy round, throwing a lot of momentum towards Hyperspike, and now we're going to see probably the next two rounds just go easy W's for Hyperspike, if I had to guess. Not what you want to see, not what you want to see. If you're an Aimdroid fan, like myself.
But we're unbiased still, don't worry.
That's true, that's true. And the Yoru does have the Hero Vandal. You know, Yoru can do a lot of damage. That man is very dangerous. The goose is loose, as I've been told. And Teo in the breach, instantly reacting some pressure on B. Trying to get as many kills as they can with the setup. Looks like we're starting to work towards A. The Cypher picking up the spike with the Omen and Jet trying to take space A main. Sova's droning out B, whereas they get a pick on Cubby. We see the Cypher cam. We don't see Cypher. We're sneaking. We're sneaking into A. That's the plan right now.
Here.
Smokes are down on A. Omen flashes out. Jet dashes in. Cypher's got the bomb.
Blocking sight.
And we've got the plant. Oh, huge pick by Omen to get the other Omen. And now actually have a gun. And now this is a 5v3 retake for Hyperspike. Really difficult to do even if you have guns and the other team doesn't. Initial stall flash and blinding flash for Jet to peek out. Cypher's on Cat. Omen's wary of this. He gets stunned. Potentially mollied off, but not mollied. Oh, he gets one shot on the Teo. The Teo's low. They know where they are now.
Last player
Oh,
standing.
that would have been insane. Cypher's got a gun. Oh, the Teo with the crouch peek, eliminating Cypher and securing the round for Hyperspike. Amazing retake by Hyperspike. I've got to give him props. 3v5 is tough to do.
Move in after I strike.
On the flip side, Aimdroid, on their bonus, that's all they could have hoped for. They got the plan down. They had a real shot of winning the round. And, you can't be mad with that for your bonus. Now it's 8-8. We're tied. The The tension is high. I'm feeling nervous. No one asked me how I'm feeling.
How are you feeling, Peels?
I'm feeling nervous. No, I'm kidding. uh, I'm feeling nervous, but if we actually had to ask any of these guys, I'm sure they're feeling the pressure right now. 8-8 is so tough on this map for both sides. Let's see how it goes. Initial A presence is strong.
My ult's ready.
I will say they aren't adopting the Trevor winning strategy of going mid, and I think that's hurting them right now. I'm gonna be completely honest, and you know, maybe
I like the
maybe some mid
confidence in the
presence is
strategy.
necessary. Sorry, what was that?
I like the confidence in the strategy. You know, works
Yeah,
every time for me.
it works. It really does. You're respawning Reyna with the op, kind of dissuading Aimdroid from going towards A. This Cypher ult comes up huge. I mean, Hyperspike is already on B. Going for this plant might be kind of risky. And it looks like they might be baiting lightning and faking it and going A. It looks like that's the case. They're running towards A. It's a mad dash. I've never seen the cats out of the cradle, but looks like that's what it is. Oh my god. They're teleporting. They're throwing util. They're jumping up and down. They're trying to get to A to plant the spike. That's what they're doing. Omen's getting the spike down. They've got great positioning right now. Jet's holding tree so that if Hyperspike tries to retake from tree, they got it. Cypher is holding the flank, maybe going to go for a late around the world flank. And Omen and Yoru are on site. Could be dangerous, but these two trust each other and they've got great team chemistry. They break the door from tree. Jet gets the pick on tree. Teo, Heaven, and dead. Omen is still in hell. Jet is showing her presence, giving time for the Cypher to lurk. Giving time for the Cypher, jumping up and down.
Last player standing.
They were aware, and completely aware of the Cypher's lurk. They kill him and they kill Jet, and it's just an easy retake again for Hyperspike. The defensive head of Ascent is really showing its fangs and rearing its fangs, you know? And this is how it kind of goes. Maybe Aimdroid got an 8-4 first half, but if you're on defense on Ascent, you might get the 9-5 or 9-4 second half, if you get what I'm saying. Looks like we're on another save for Aimdroid. And this is kind of a tough one to do. If you're Aimdroid here, I think you're trying to bait out the tail ult or the breach ult, because those are two of the best ults in the game right now. Taking some fast initial space on B. We see the Reyna on B, and she had the off last time. We saw the tail Molly's. Goosh is just in. He's just in. And the Cypher knew, and he got him. Hit him with the trip, and then hit him in the head. The premier strategy in Valorant. Just shoot them in the head. Looks like Aimdroid is kind of stuck here at B main, trying to do whatever they can. The Jet just walks through the smoke and gets a kill. What more can you ask? Amazing stuff by I Am Ace White. The question here is, do they pivot? They know the Cypher is set up here. They know the Reyna's got the op. She's in market right now. Do they pivot?
Blocking sight.
And there it is. The Cypher stun for the Jet smoke. Trading util 1 for 1. You want to go out? No, you don't. I'm stunning you. The Sova is droning out.
30 seconds left.
Getting the Cypher, tagging him. Sova trying to go for some headshots or through the wall bangs. We're getting a TP to A. Cypher trying to get a pick on the Omen. Omen is now planting. Jet gets the trade on Omen, and now it is a 3v3 retake. We've been in this position before. Hyperspike does have the breach ult to retake. I'd be surprised if they don't use it here. So Reyna flashes out from heaven. Omen tries to get out of there. Omen gets a kill on breach. Gets the gun. The dart that does nothing. Oh my god, she's holding hell with the op. She's just stuck in hell with the op. And as time ticks away, Aimdroid gets their first round on attack. The classic Aimdroid Thrifty coming through.
Level heads until we're home, yes? Good.
They should just do that every time.
Yeah, it seemed to work for them.
Looked pretty good to me. But you know, these this tail ult and this breach ult are still active. You can never be at rest when these two ults are online. They're so powerful, they're so strong, and
Let's go.
they're just so great for retaking. No matter what you do. We're seeing some more A or B presence, maybe trying to do the same thing with the initial. Early B aggression from Hyperspike, getting the initial pick on Lightning, and the ults coming through. Yoru's ulted. Oh. Well, I mean, it's not as bad as you could hope. It's 3v3. Breach and Tail were on B. And I think, yeah, we're going for the pivot towards A. We see the Cypher Cam spotted on A. Jet has got some great positioning in mid. Maybe we see Aimdroid pivot back towards mid, the classic mid strategy. Cypher just tosses his cam on A, trying to create and create fears and doubts in Hyperspike to see if Cypher's on site lurking, throwing his cage on site too to make him second guess and paranoid. Omen is lurking up Cubby, trying to clear some space with Cypher, whereas Jet just broke the trip on B or maybe updrafted. Their Cypher is in heaven on the top right. Our Cypher loses a 1v1 and now it is a 2v3.
Last player standing. Spike down A.
And that might be the round. Unfortunately, Hyperspike was just aware of of Aimdroid's plan to go through tree and A. Wow. Through the smoke. Oh, wall
10
stunned.
seconds left.
But Hyperspike here is just going to wait out the spike. And there's no time. And unfortunately, Aimdroid loses the round. Pretty well played by Hyperspike, if I had to say so myself. Predicting the B aggression and countering it on their own gave them an early advantage. And that kind of carried over till the rest of the round. It kind of felt like Aimdroid never really got control of that round, even though there were 3v3 at one point. Looks like we're on a save again for Aimdroid.
I'll find them.
Will we see another classic Aimdroid Thrifty? That is what these guys are known for.
Revealing area.
Acewide with the Hero Vandal, with the aggressive push, immediately getting the Reyna on bottom mid. Looks like the mid strategy is working. Trevor, I think you were onto something. Let me be real.
Works 9 times out of 10 if you don't count the times it doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. That math checks out to me. And I mean, huge picks for Aimdroid, converting this into a 4v1 at this point, and this round is basically all but locked up. The Omen TP to quickly get onto site, on top of the dice. He's clearing backside so that nothing insane happens, and Lightning just trades out our Cypher, and we see an Aimdroid Thrifty, the classic.
The classic.
Let's fly.
Looks like they're going to try that strategy again. Take some space through mid, use the lineup, clear out mid, and look, Jet has got all this space. But I guess there was a brawl or something on A main. 3 Hyperspike members go down, potentially a 4th. They're still fighting. And it looks like Aimdroid is regrouping up A main and just going for the hit. The Breach is doing whatever he can to stall, but it's not going to be enough. Omen just taking all the space, Breach is out of utility.
Spike down A.
Alright, they know where the last guy was. He was in tree, and so now they're just going to go for this plant and hopefully secure the round. Not so sure we're gonna see the Cypher ult, but I wouldn't put it on the. I wouldn't take it off the table. And
No one to
easy hold by Aimdroid. I don't know what happened in A main, but
Race it to the spike
didn't
site.
turn out well for Hyperspike.
I need a drop. Thanks.
And now things are getting pretty interesting. We're seeing 11-10 for Aimdroid right now. We've got 3 ults on each side. We've got 2 great ults for Aimdroid with Yoru and Sova. But, you know, Hyperspike's got the tail ult. You never count that out. That thing literally just kills you if it hits you. It's crazy. Looks like we're showing some A main presence here with the Omen Flash. With our Jet taking space. They break the Teo drone. Looks like Breach and Teo, again, those two are like conjoined at the hip. You're always going to see them together. Yoru's trying to snuff him out, gets one with the Judge, but the Teo trades him out. Aimdroid seeing that pick and says, alright, we're going to take the site. Cypher gets the great lurk kill on the Reyna, converting this into a 4v3. Aimdroid still a little hesitant to plant because they don't know about the site. Now it's going off. The Teo ult comes out, not getting much value.
One
Teo's
enemy
dinked,
remaining.
and he's dead. 4v1 for Aimdroid and 4v0. Easy round for Aimdroid. Nearly every single
Match point.
player playing their part. Cypher getting his lurk kill, Yor using his ult for entry, Jet taking the entry, and Omen cleaning up. Great round for Aimdroid. Alright, and here we are again. What to do if you're Aimdroid? You kind of want to, the last thing you want to do is get this to an overtime. But actually, I believe they play out all rounds anyway, so last thing you want to do is give Hyperspike these last 2 rounds. Keep your round advantage if you can. Hyperspike trying something new, smoking off mid off the bat. Catching Reyna. Bottom mid, getting a stun on the Jet, but Lightning is able to spam the Reyna through the wall and get a huge initial pick, taking out the ulted Reyna. Couple of pot shots fired into Cubby through the smoke, trying to get for an easy kill. Aimdroid just electing to take their time and regroup towards A main. or maybe not. No. Maybe towards B.
If they're fooling you, maybe they're fooling the other team.
Exactly. I'm fooled, and so is Hyperspike, man. I don't know. If I'm Hyperspike, I'm quivering in my boots right now. Mm-hmm. Alright, the Yoru taking the initial peek. He's going in. The smoke's going out. The Cypher cage is activated. The Omen ults tries to help him out. Yoru's on site. Cypher is dead. Omen is likely back site or somewhere else. We don't
30
know.
seconds
The
left.
Teo stairs. Purple for the Yoru. Omen is backside. Teo stairs. Do they continue and commit to this hit? It's a 2v3. 2v2 now. Omen on site. The spike is retrieved. No trade out. Oh, and Sloth Sid with that ult putting in some god dang work
Give them time to reach.
on Boathouse. The Shipmaster. That's his new name. I'll pitch it to him afterwards. Me and him go way back. Interesting buy here by the Jet. We're getting a 12. We're getting a last round up, and at this point, if you're Aimdroid, you're kind of saying, well, it can't be that bad. We've already got our 12 rounds. Hopefully for the 13th. Like the worst that can happen is that we're at a -1 round deficit in terms of the CEA scoring. So there's really no pressure here. You just want to take this round and deny the rounds from Hyperspike. But if you don't get it, it's not the end of the world.
I got to
Comparatively speaking, I think that Ascent isn't Aimdroid's strongest map, but we'll see. I know that they love Icebox, so I'm already giving some hints towards that future game. The Breach tries to get a stall out by using his explosion on A, but didn't really do much. Aimdroid just probing, trying to catch some undisciplined actions from Hyperspike.
cutting through.
Feeling area.
Throwing up a TP for a setup, throwing up the smoke, the Teo's close by, the Yoru TP's out, behind the Teo, but the Reyna's there to clean him up. Teo though is stuck close right. And
Spike
it's just
down
one by
A.
one right now
I got the spike.
for Hyperspike.
30 seconds left.
Lightning trying to get some pot shots off. The tail mauling to get out. Likely the Cypher's coming in from around the world lurk, but if I was Hyperspike, I feel like I would know at this point.
Last player standing.
There it is. Lightning
10
with the
seconds
movement.
left.
Gone.
Lightning with the movement. The dream is still alive.
Spike planted.
Ooh.
Spike
Almost
down.
got it. The vision was there. Very, very good try by Lightning, but Hyperspike honestly did a great job of stalling out that hit.
Switching sides. Overtime.
They will scurry.
Always love a good game when it goes to overtime.
Me too. Me too. You know, that just means more for both of us. Who here doesn't love some good old Ascent Valorant?
Those of us who like Icebox more.
The overtime rules, by the way, are I believe you switch every round here until someone hits 13. I'm not sure if it's like win by 2 or it's just first person to win wins. I'm assuming it's win by 2 because we saw a switch. We see the initial aggressiveness by Breach on A. There's a stun and a kaboom coming out, but little does Hyperspike. Oh, they're gonna run into that Cypher setup. Here's its TP to come back towards B.
Spotted mid.
Omen's up their tree. They're out. Breach is out. So is Yours gonna fight. He gets him on switch.
Stay down.
Gets the John Wick kill while the door is closing. Here we go. We're kind of at an impasse. Jet feels like someone's in mid, clears it, and they hear the spike be planted. Trying to bait up the lurker through mid. Still feeling a little paranoid that there's someone there. Speaking of paranoid, Omen's flash is still online, meaning that it'll be great for the post plant.
One enemy remaining.
There's the Omen, he's dead, and there is the Cypher, and Aimdroid cleans up the post plant. Great stuff. Not really much to say, they just hit their shots.
No, the goose went loose.
Yeah, the goose has been loose.
Yeah.
And look what he's doing now.
Switching sides.
He's doing stuff. And I can't.
Post-round gameplay.
Yeah. He's got his post round plan very ironed out. You can tell he's been practicing.
I will find you. Right here.
Our initial tail maul is off the bat. No tiles control for Aimdroid. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Right as you pull out the
The
util.
glass off. Yeah. All right, 3v5 for Aimdroid here. What will they do? They know Cypher's usually been on B. It's likely they're a little scared, but we see the breach out. He's taken out. Mateo's from CT. Throws his mollies. Mateo's out. He jumped out of the smoke. Oh, he's going crazy right now. But so is Yoru. Yoru going crazy. He gets the
30
Teo.
seconds left.
The Reyna is here. The Omen flashes out. The dogs are barking.
All the utils come into play.
Yeah. Goose is not going down without a fight. He's tagged. Oh, and he is downed.
Overtime.
A great try, but looks like that Reyna with the glass up surprised Aimdroid there.
It's a bold play to pull off.
There it is again, the glass op. Getting the initial kill on the Omen peeking tiles. The Cypher spotted Jet trying to take mid control and probably aware of her presence right now. If you're Aimdroid right now, you're kind of scared. Your smokes are down and they have Teo and Breach, meaning these side hits are going to be pretty hard to stop. Cypher on B side is turtled up. He's saying, come on, I dare you, come to B site. Jet is basically holding down mid for everybody on this map. And so it really just comes down to where is Hyperspike want to hit? Mid, A, or B? Looks like they're hearing some noise on B. The flash comes out. The dart comes out. Jet gets two. Sova gets one. Yoru gets one. Now it's a 4v2. What happened? Omen smokes out. Spike's planted on A. Everyone is rotating, making sure not to give up any easy picks. They cleared through A. They cleared through mid. They know no lurker is probably coming.
Blocking sight.
This is what we saw last time. Omen and Cypher trying to hold down the post plant. Except Aimdroid's got two more players, and they clean it up. Trade for trade. That's how it goes.
Defense wins again.
My ultimate.
This map, man. This map.
Switching sides. Match point.
I need a drop.
Wind. Show me where to go.
All right. Are we going to see the same glass op from Reyna again? My gut says yeah, but we'll see.
It's beginning to pick each round in overtime.
Revealing area.
Yeah. And
There we go.
Enemy spot.
there it is. The smoke had a gap in it, and that's kind of what caused this whole conundrum to begin with.
I got the spike.
Deploying drone.
Sneaking around the Teo drone. Omen is. Oh, he gets the sneak kill on the Cypher. That's huge. That means his trips are down on the B site. They gotta be careful though. They gotta be super careful here because they know Teo is somewhere here. There's the Reyna 2 with the op. They go in. Goose just says, "I'm on the loose. Watch out. Give me some bread, cause I'm a goose." That's what he says. They get the spike down, and this is looking pretty good. Again, the Cypher lurks coming out. The breach flash. Your flashes and fights. There's a smoke from stairs. Omen is holding down Speedway. Gets the kill. He gets flash. Tries to TP away.
Last player standing.
Oh, he TP's into the open because he's blind. Unlucky. The Cypher's got the lurk coming in.
And we are
Oh,
running
lucky.
it back.
How does it just? Do they just keep
Switching
going?
sides.
I
Overtime.
I think so. I think we just keep going until someone can win that attack round. Well, both rounds.
Yeah.
So, how high you betting? 15? 16?
Yeah, I mean.
What are you going to do if we make it to 20?
Oh man, I don't know. I guess I'll go get a watch or something. No, no. Here we go. We see something different from Hyperspike. They're coming in with the aggression. Some breach stun, some tail flash, some tail crash, some anything, whatever they want. They're just throwing it out there. He tried to fake clone and he didn't get it, but now it's a 4v3 from Aimdroid. The story we've seen before, but the Cypher lurk coming in through mid. Hey, bada swing, going one, sold for a spike down on A site. The breach explosion coming in through heaven. Jet is taking a wide angle on heaven, trying to clear the angles as meticulously as possible. She's going out. She's going crazy. We got Sova in tree. Ooh, he had the shot on him. There's one more in tree. Oh, it's a 1v1. Cypher versus Cypher. Oh, he had the play. He had the play. He sneaked dissed on him, but he got crushed.
Switching sides.
All right.
Point.
Someone won the attack half. Or the
Is
attack
this it?
side. So, yeah, this might be it. This might be it for Aimdroid.
They're feeling the pressure for sure.
Every time we've said that, you know what happens?
They
The
win.
goose.
Goes loose.
They win is also true. So
Yeah, yeah. Well, because the goose goes loose. You're right.
exactly.
Is that another glass off? They love the strategy.
Yeah, they really do. They love glass open. I like to call that glopping. No
There
one
you go.
else says that, but I think it's a good name, to be honest. The Omen Flash, the Breach Stun.
Charges left.
Everyone is on site. They're planting, and explosion's going crazy. He's moving out of the explosion. All right, and the plant comes down for XES away from the General Tail Molly plant. Jet is going crazy with the jump up towards heaven. Almost gets two. Does a lot of damage on the tail. The scan comes in. Scan Sova. Reaches out. Lightning gets one. There's a stun on the spike. Pulls out his classic to get a cheap close range kill.
My eyes are down.
Teo's still heaven. The Cypher is there, exposing that he's not on the lurk anymore. They're out. It's blended for Cypher. He doesn't hit, and it looks like Hyperspike's gonna take the first match, 16-14. The GGs are coming out.
Wow. Crazy
Wow.
game though.
Insane game. Not how I would have predicted. With Aimdroid going up 8-4 in the beginning, everything was looking good. They were looking like the Roman Empire at that point. You know, on top of the world.
Right?
But all empires must come crashing down. And looks like that crash out was right there. And I believe we just saw a sub.
Yeah.
Sloth Squid coming in is leaving for Shatter. And between all this chatter, these two teams are gonna go take a little 2-minute break, and we're gonna be back with more Valorant action in a little bit. So Trevor, I think the takeaway there is they didn't go mid enough, and that was the winning strategy, and they just didn't do it.
I gotta say, I do have to respect the glass op, or as you say, the glop strategy there at the end. Getting a pick
Yeah.
each round, definitely a way to get the enemy team scared.
Yeah, the Glop was putting in a lot of work. Let's be real. It's the Reyna using the Glop, so we call it the Reyna Glop.
There you go.
That's in more refined circles. But
I do feel like the stream just got canceled on that, but I like it anyways.
You know, we're in a day and age where we can. I don't think it's appropriate. Right? I'm really not going to say that on a stream.
I think you leave that one for the back rooms.
Exactly, but we will acknowledge that the Reyna Glop went crazy.
Yes, sir. But like you said, Aimdroids do like Icebox. Are we going to see a pullback going for an overall tie? Got a lot of rounds won in that one, so it's a tough loss to take, but overall ratings, that's what you want to see.
Exactly, exactly. And I think, I think Icebox for most teams is not a default map. If I had to ask most players in the game, they'd probably say that Icebox is maybe their third, maybe fourth favorite map. But Aimdroid loves it. And
Yeah.
I believe they have like a perfect record on Icebox.
Wow. Love to
Yeah.
see the stats on that one.
I just made that up, but I
Yeah.
just wanted.
He's trying to hype it up. I'll be right
Yeah.
back as well.
But they do like it. I do know a lot of members on their team really enjoy the map. When I play with them, we always win, which is kind of crazy now that I say it out loud. Because like, I hate Icebox, but let's see what Android does with it. Comp wise, it's going to be interesting. You can run a bunch of different comps on this map. The Yoru is a classic pick from Goose. He went pretty loose that game, if I do say so myself. The KJ coming out is very interesting. I believe KJ is pretty good on this map. But you could run a lot of Sentinels here. Sage, Vice, usually not Cypher, sometimes even Chamber if you're feeling brave. But I do see the Teo. Aimdroid is going towards the meta pick and the Viper. Two great meta picks on this map. We see a double initiator, almost double sentinel comp. I really like this from Aimdroid. Viper being a smokes agent, but functioning almost as a sentinel. If for those in the audience, if you're unfamiliar.
I think that's just me there.
For Trevor. But yeah, we see Teo, we see Sova, we see Gecko. That is interesting because they want to
Select
get
your
the plant
agent.
down. Teo is a great pick, but I completely understand the Gecko pick on this map. On offense, what you're trying to do is just get the bomb down and play post plant, especially with Viper and KJ and Sova. Like you're just trying to get the bomb down. Gecko having the wingman, which is basically an ability that plants the spike for you. It's a little dude, and so that's kind of what they're working with. On the flip side, we see a double duelist comp from Hyperspike. Kind of crazy if you ask me. ISO Reyna on Icebox. Crazy, crazy. But we do see the Sova, KJ, and Viper common. I mean, those are just some great agents on this map.
Anyone that lays a hand on how
So we'll see. Is there a diff between the ISO Reyna and the Gecko Yoru?
Tune in to find out.
Turret out.
On this week's episode of Dragon. All right. Looks like Aimdroid is on defense first, setting up Viper on A, KJ on B. Very classic setup. They got the turret watching kitchen. They got the Aimdroid or the alarm bot watching B main. These are some good utility options. Very, very nice, very wise, very wise. If I were to say something, in the round starts. Taking some aggression. They do the initial dart, A main. We capture one mid Viper. KJ's on herself by B. There are shots at A. There's a drone at A coming through pipes. ISO's on A. His shield is down. The Sova's drone is dead. The spike is down A. They capture one more with the flash. Aimdroid getting off to a great start. This dart is going crazy right now for the for Aimdroid. 5v4. Yours low. So maybe 5v4.5.
right here.
There is a little bit of ambiguity going on right now. Hyperspike definitely retrieved the bomb and potentially are working their way up through A main. Maybe they're leaving. Maybe they're waiting. We have no idea, and neither does Aimdroid. We're just trying to hold, see what happens. Looks like there's sounds on B. There's some through mid. There's a Reyna through mid trying to pinch the KJ. The KJ gets the huge pick on the Reyna, but gets traded out from danger by the KJ, the other KJ. Trades coming out. 3v1
seconds left.
should be easy cleanup for Aimdroid, but you never know. Oh, it looks like they're planting on A. Aimdroid's now running over They get the plant out. We do have the wingman and the Sova dart online. The dart's coming out. Skunk Juice is clearing out all the angles.
Go get him, buddy.
Enemy spotted A.
Oh. Oh, Skunk Juice with the easy cleanup on the Viper. Wingman spewing on the Viper.
Keep after Zach.
And that's just the first round going to Aimdroid. We saw this last game. Let's not have a repeat, you know. Let's hope Aimdroid kind of trying to takes this one for the team, you know, brings it home, you know.
Yeah, it's good to see them not demoralized though. Winning the first round, coming out strong.
Exactly. The last thing they need right now is for their mental to shatter.
I'll take down the Viper.
Looks like the same setup's happening. Viper on A, KJ on B, holding down the sites by herself. It looks like they're stacking towards A. Viper's patrolling mid, making sure no one can sneak up on KJ. And Viper's patrol pays off. She gets an initial pick on the ISO. We saw one more mid, the Reyna. The Reyna's dead. Sova's gone through mid, fighting the KJ right now. Our Sova's droning.
Spike planted.
The spike's down on B. Sova's dead. Looks like the Viper planted and KJ is mid.
Up the way. Dizzy has targets.
Oh, just the full defuse coming out right now. For Aimdroid, they just said screw it. We're just gonna defuse the spike. I mean, those kills are huge though. Every single one of Aimdroid's members died on that pistol bonus, meaning they have no guns coming into this buy round for Hyperspike. Not bad at all if you're Hyperspike. Actually, pretty good. You know, you got the bomb down, you got all the guns away. Like, what else could you ask for? Great bonus, or a great save, I should say. Looks like we're going to see some aggressive strategies here from Aimdroid, taking the space early.
Here.
We see some darts coming out on the B site for Hyperspike.
Here.
Scanning ahead.
This dart is into the wall. But
Caught
KJ gets a
that dart
huge
on
hit.
camera.
Yeah, in 4K, bro. It's okay. KJ got the initial pick on the Reyna at B, giving Aimdroid a gun, but gets traded out. Looks like the Viper and the Sova are towards B, and it looks like it's going to be a B hit. Plants going down on B site. Aimdroid rotating over. We saw ISO, Viper, KJ, Sova. Everyone's there. The whole party's in town. Why didn't I get invited? I don't know. It's fine. Anyway.
Lights up.
Huge pick by Goose. The Goose is on the loose. The dart going crazy, making up for that 4K moment. Huge Aimdroid thrifty again. I don't know if you caught that, but the dart like got stuck on their enemy Viper and she was spazzing out over it.
Oh, perfect.
Oh man. The Goose went loose, I will say. Man is on a mission. Looks like the setup has been working out, and the Viper ult is active, meaning that one of these rounds might just be a free sight round for Aimdroid to hold. Getting a little more aggressive towards A, trying to break this initial dart to kind of show that they're aggressive. Lightning, XCS, Sova with the initial early pick, throwing out his dart to try and get some more info, didn't scan anything. And we have a long line held on B. KJ's holding down mid. ISO's up through pipes. Looks like it's going to be an A hit. They're trying to take the space. Smokes are going up. Gecko is spammed through the smokes. The Sova drone is out. The ISO wall is out. Viper throws her molly. Sova's fighting for his life. ISO's out on site. He gets dead. 3 dice. 2 of them on dice. 1 more. He's there. Okay, now we see Sova and Viper on A. KJ's unknown. Could be lurking, but I really doubt it. Spike is down. They got the Viper roll. They won't use it. They're confident they can hold this post plant. I think it's a good call.
Decoy.
Dura throws his clone, his little fake out, tries to get some noise on it. Likely these guys are just playing back. They've got KJ and Viper and Sova. Oh my god, I was so
The
wrong
double
there.
tap.
They were just holding up, down.
I need a
Can I
drop.
get this? Thanks.
All right, looks like the Viper wall setup has changed. They're going onto the B site. Likely, what I'm going to assume is gonna happen is Viper is gonna ult on A and then throw up her smokes on B when they need them.
Turret out.
Yeah, it looks like Viper is just gonna ult. There it is, trying to dissuade Hyperspike from coming to the A site. They've got a huge B line for Aimdroid, and they catch out the lurker mid. If I was Aimdroid right now, you have to be worried about the guys on from mid sneaking up behind you. Yep, looks like we saw a ping from KJ. Trying to re-clear mid, make sure that no one is sneaking up behind them on the A site. We've pushed out of B entirely, but it looks like the Rhino is ready for that B push. Now this is really tough because while the A side has the Viper ult, B side has KJ. If I'm Hyperspike right now, I'm rotating towards B site. Looks like they triggered the turret on B. Probably the spike's going down right now. The smokes are going up.
30
Spike's
seconds
going
left.
down.
Spike planted.
Ace White's trying to lurk around as much as he can. Just get an easy rat kill. Hopefully tie these things up. Does the insane skill drop? Oh, he got spotted. Unlucky.
Got one.
An easy kill on the Viper. It's ulted by the ISO. Unfortunately, that's going to be it for his. Unfortunately, that's going to be the round. Yeah. Unlucky for Aimdroid. Those initial picks
Never.
kind of
shall
throwing him
never
off their rhythm,
Ever.
but it's still 3-2. Aimdroid's still got a little bit of an advantage right now. They're on a little bit of a save, but nothing's stopping them from performing another Aimdroid Thrifty.
There you go.
I am curious though. What are they going to do? What adjustments are they going to make? Are they going to stack a site? Are they going to try and hold mid? We'll see. Goose is getting aggressive. Oh, a little too aggressive. Try to get out of there, but was just gunned down before he can TP away. Looks like we're going fast on to B. So is rotating over back to help. Brandon's ulted out. AJ just peeks out through the smoke, gets one. Viper drops her ult.
Spike planted.
Honestly, not bad if you're Android. Viper dropping ult is really good. XCS just trying to probe in.
Last player
And that's
standing.
huge. Spam through the smoke with the Viper ult. If you're Aimdroid, not much you can do about that. You're on a save, they dropped a Viper ult. Not really too bad for you, but at the same time, not what you want to see. Let's see the adjustments coming out. I see Viper setting up her smoke on B still, probably putting her smoke back on A. Maybe they move around the Sova, maybe they move around the Gecko. Not so certain. Yeah, it looks like KJ is setting up on the A side now instead of on B. So Goose is just trying to take the aggressive line with the Gecko, and on A, hopefully the KJ ult is enough to stall him out, or KJ util is enough to stall him out. Arrow coming out on B from Hyperspike. They're trying to take the B line.
Deploying drone.
We spotted two on A, Reyna and one more.
Time to jump.
Gecko's
Revealing area.
probably panicking right now. What do I do?
You
They
should
destroy the ball. They destroy the arrow. ISO just peeks through the smoke,
Swarm grenade out.
Ooh.
and they ult down, and that's 3. Wow. gonna
Spike
save angle
planted.
if I had to say myself. I mean, that's one pick. Giannu was getting a little greedy there.
Standing.
And got the pick. The trade comes out on top of the window screen. And looks like that was just an easy round for Hyperspike. I was Aimdroid now. I take a little time, compose myself, maybe do a few deep breaths, timeout maybe. Just figure out what the game plan is if you can. Hyperspike right now has kind of just been going through the map and just shooting them. That's what that's what it comes down to. These initial picks have been super huge for taking the sites, especially against two Sentinels. Looks like we got a little bit of a trap play going on. Goose in the corner with his shorty, and Gecko holding the line long with his bulldog. Oh, he gets the judge, the infamous judge, Judge Judy coming out. Everything's quiet. They were on B, but where'd they go? Aimdroid notices this too. Decides maybe they're going towards A. So it goes back. Tries to take the space. Huge pick by KJ on B, getting the potentially the lurking Viper. Patrolling right now, holding the space.
No more. My ult
Huge
is
pick by
ready.
Lightning, getting the KJ. Potentially not getting too greedy and getting the gun. Holding his space, trying to play man numbers right now. One more pick by the KJ on B. And look what happened. Another Aimdroid thrifty.
Don't stop fighting. You must.
Almost like they should just throw their guns on the ground.
Yeah, at this point, like, why even buy guns? You guys are doing so good without it.
Right?
Yeah. It's okay, they want to make things fair, you know? For the other
Yeah.
team. Yeah. That's why they buy the guns. 4 ults from Aimdroid right now. 4 great ults. Yoru, KJ, Gecko, and Sova. These are insanely round impacting ults. In fact, we might see some just a little bit more, you know, passiveness here, opting to play for retake if they need to, because these ults are just amazing for retake. Hyperspike showing some initial aggression on B, taking out the turret. Looks like they're just giving up the B site. They're not necessarily trying to.
Don't mess with me.
I mean, Goose is on the loose, you know? Like, that's how it is. Silva's trying to snuff him out. KJ gets the initial pick. There's one kitchen lurk through. KJ turns around. One shot from Goose, one shot from KJ. Viper's the one planting. On site by herself. It's a 3v1. Silva's taking his sweet, sweet time to get her, and that's the round.
Dang.
5-4 Aimdroid.
Stay taut as a bowstring. The fight demands it.
What do you think so far, Trevor? How are you feeling?
You know, had me shaking there a little bit at the beginning. Look like we're doing all right so far. Hopeful. That's how I'm feeling. How about you?
I'm feeling the same way. It looks like we're doing all right. It looks like we're doing all right for sure. I think Aimdroid's looking pretty right now. They got these ults, and it's gonna be hard for Hyperspike to like hold the post plant, you know. Oh god, the tag on KJ, running into the Sova twice. The Sova getting huge value off of that dart tag, predicting exactly the KJ's movement. Oh my god, that Reyna just one tapping. Oh, but Appa's Borg one tapping. Oh my god, these are just taps on taps. Oh my god, 3v3 Aimdroid versus Hyperspike. What is going on? People are just getting shot. Gum Juice ready to use his ult, potentially secure a kill. If the plant goes down, I think that's likely the trigger. Yeah, they're holding it. Appa's Bork of the Viper is doing a great job holding the rotates from B to A. So they know, you know, if they're sneaking away. We get some pings on the map. What does that mean? That means that they hear him. They know that they're ready.
30 seconds left.
30 seconds left. Opposborg taking off the angle. The Sova dart comes out. Sova ults to try and stall the plant. The plant comes down on B. Huge pick from Skunk Juice.
Player standing.
Backside 2 snowman. Insane plant spots. Snuck through the entire site. Decided to go backwards. Now Opposborg got to do something. That's tough. That's tough.
They look like us, but are they us?
Scatter, the sub in for Hyperspike, putting in some work. Making them quiver in their boots.
Placing swarm grenade.
And now, if you're Hyperspike, you've got ISO ult online. That's huge for taking a side against these two defensive agents, KJ and Viper. And you've got the Viper ult online. If you get the plant down, it's going to be super hard for Aimdroid to recover. Aimdroid says, screw that, I'm going to throw down my Viper ult so that you don't want to come to A.
It's you and
And Goose throwing out a clone. He gets the clone, gets ulted by ISO. Huge play by Goose. Man is loose, like we've been saying.
Portal closed.
And things are kind of at a halt right now. Just I'm assuming Hyperspike is like, damn, our ISO ult got slurped up by the Goose. What are we gonna do? Yeah, if I'm Hyperspike right now, I don't know if I push into this Viper ult. XCS getting a little antsy, thinking maybe they're not coming towards A. Tries to clear out some info on B. They hit the alarm bot on
30
B
seconds
main.
left.
Smokes are going up on B. Viper ult's going up on B. But in return, KJ ults him back. Get off the site right now. Spam through the smoke from Sova. 2 picks down from Skunk Juice to get the mid lurks. And
Placing swarm grenade.
they left. They got 10 seconds left. Viper ult's down. And as long as Aimdroid doesn't die, the round is won. Yeah. Huge round for Aimdroid right now, taking a 6-5 lead.
Last
Skunk
round
Juice
before the switch.
firing off some celebratory shots, as you would.
Can I get this?
Oh, Goose going crazy with the op. Let's see how that works out. He's gonna get 1, 2, maybe 3. I don't know. We'll see.
If the Goose really goes loose, we might see an ace out of this one.
I think we might see an ace. Well, we already see ace white, so you know.
There you go.
Yeah.
Can I get this?
The Goose going loose, holding down the B line. And he's making a beeline towards the B line. Oh God, the Goose went controlled. A lot of B presence for Hyperspike.
Back soon.
Your ult to confirm. Where is everybody? We saw 4 of them at B. Reyna, Sova, ISO, and Viper. He's running back. He's saying, screw it. I'm going to take the op. He saw the Hyperspike going back, so he said, I'm going to go back to A. Try and hold this line. With 15 health, I think it's a pretty good idea. Now, Yoru's posted up on A, holding the line. Sova's trying to work up and get some space. KJ and Gecko are trying to stall out this Viper hit on B. Opposborg holding on the line. Gecko gets his first pick on Sova. Viper smokes her out. Reyna flashes backside towards Snowman, takes out KJ. They push Snowman through their own smoke, takes out Gecko. One lurking mid, the KJ. And now we're kind of left with the Goose. Might go loose. I mean, this is a 2v2 retake. They Hyperspike doesn't have anything for post plant. They've got Reyna and ISO, but our Yoru is at 15 health. Can we do it?
Last player standing.
Huddled in the corner, the Reyna gets the kill. Looks like this might be it. This is just too tough. This is a high-low for Reyna and ISO, and Hyperspike takes the round. We're at a 6-6, all tied up.
Switching sides.
Looking like a VCT match out here.
Let's reset. Deep breaths and all that.
But this is where Aimdroid goes crazy. The offense. Need I say less? Hyperspike had 2 duelists, a double duelist comp. They're geared for this.
And we held them to 6.
Exactly. We held them to 6. We just gotta just turn it up a little bit on offense. Just do an Aimdroid thrifty on every round. You know, that's all we're looking for.
There we go.
Yeah, I think it's a good
Solution
strategy.
success right there.
Yeah, I think I could run a company. Look at my We see some a Sova drone coming in, trying to clear out the B main space. Gianu Reeves gets his first kill. But we get a trade out. We get a Sheriff. Gecko, Viper, and Gecko and Viper on A with the spike. Gecko's trying to hunt for a kill. Oh, the lurk comes out.
Last player
Gecko
standing.
struggling, getting pinched.
Spike down A.
Oh, unlucky. They were just pushed from all angles here. I guess that's to be expected, right?
Vibe check. We feeling good?
You got 2 duelists and you're on defense. Like you're gonna
Gotta
push
treat
something.
like offense.
Exactly, yeah. It's just offense with the extra steps, pretty much.
There you go.
Yeah. Now Goose coming in with the Marshall, a very good gun, high risk gun, but you know if you just hit 2 shots, like that's a body. The Viper wall going through mid, making a lot of space through mid. Viper just running it down, taking all this space. The flash comes through. The KJ peeks out. Viper and KJ holding down the B site. This is gonna be tough if you're Aimdroid.
Scanning ahead.
Who's getting a first pick for Aimdroid?
Last player standing. Spike down B.
Goose is on a mission. 1 HP.
1
in a dream.
HP. Yeah. Oof. Just a dream.
Yeah, just a dream right now. All right, so if you're Aimdroid, you're asking yourself, what's going on? What do we do? I think the play here is don't panic. Just do whatever you can and get this round and just go round by round. If you're Hyperspike, you're like, God dang, we're doing really well.
Dude, are you in their comms? That's what they just said.
Yeah, it's true. And that's why they're playing well. It's because of those comms. The initial dart sees a lot at A for Hyperspike. Aimdroid doesn't care. They're plowing forward. Gecko doing his parkour on the pipes. He's ready. He's ready to throw his things down. The Sova drone comes out and tries to tag one but misses. Our Sova drone comes through. We see one on the lurk. Viper is holding down the lurk. The Sova's back sight. Likely Hyperspike is rotating as fast as possible right now.
Shot down.
Reload.
Looks like we're stalled out, not really hitting the site yet. We're coming backwards, trying maybe to fight the flank.
Good jump.
KJ and Viper are fighting the flank while Gecko and Yoru try to get in. There's one screen, our smokes go up, the dart goes up. We're sending little Jim Jam to plant.
Spike wings.
He's going in. There's one heaven. There's one backside now. Trade it out. Oh, there's one on screens. He's dead too. Oh. Dang. 2v3. 2v2. Huge post plants. One flank and one on site.
Player standing. One
Last one
enemy
knows he knows his flank. He's got a great position advantage right now. He knows exactly where he is. This is a great angle.
On the rope. Didn't see that one coming.
That is a ballsy play to go on the ropes, sneak walking the entire way.
This is our Glopper. They like to go bold.
My quiver is never full.
That is a very crazy play. I would not expect it out of anyone except for Arena, if I do say so myself. Insane plays by Hand, securing the round. Honestly, a great comeback round by Aimdroid to try and, you know, salvage what they had. But sometimes you just lose the wondering ones. That's how it is. All right, looks like we're getting more of a default 1-3-1 scenario here. Goose trying to decide where he's going to go. Is he going to go B main? Is he going to go mid with Viper? Looks like they're just trying to create some pressure, trying to invoke or provoke a reaction out of Hyperspike. Meanwhile, Aimdroid is holding for that push out of A, and look what looks like they just got rewarded for it. A nice shot coming out in chat. And we get a trade and a gun. This is huge for Aimdroid right now. We see Sova on A. Likely Vipers on B. Reyna, we don't know. We have no idea.
Turret out.
Now Aimdroid's grouping up en masse, trying to hit this A site. We see a flank come out, likely from...
Spike down.
Sova's just holding A main. He gets two. Ace White going in for a little lurk kill. Sova moves up and down around in the town and avoids all the bullets and gets the shots.
30 seconds left.
Opposbork getting a huge flank right now, but 10 seconds left, and Sova's ready for it.
Sova really going off that round.
Sova getting 4 that round, basically winning it for them.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah. Now, if you're Aimdroid, you're fine with that. That was your bonus or your save, but you have to win this round. Getting it to 11 on the save is basically a loss at this point, and so you're waiting. You're like, all right, we got to make a play. We've seen mostly A hits, and so I guess now we're trying to work towards B. But it is tough. I don't know how else to say it. Hyperspike is playing really well. They're flanking out, which is causing Aimdroid a lot of issues, but I guess Aimdroid is trying to just hold for them, like they did the last round. Viper just working mid, you know, holding for any aggression. A Molly comes out from KJ. I'm not sure why. Sova still holding on A site. Starting to lurk towards B. They're worried about the op, and
Spike down.
wow.
B.
Reyna just clears Gecko, one taps him, and leaves. Wow.
To jump.
Looks like they're taking some space on B. Sova pushes out of A, picks off our Sova, but Goose gets a kill on the Viper on B. Huge, gets his ult, tries to look for everybody. If they can get this plant down, the round is salvageable.
30 seconds left.
Snowman is clear. Side is clear. We're not sure about the upstairs. Viper planting through the molly.
Last player
Who's
standing.
pushing through Snowman, but ISO peeks out at the worst timing. Can Ace White get 2? He cannot. And we're going to 6-11 right now on Aimdroid's save. It's not looking good for the droids, you know?
No, this is not what you want to be seeing right now.
Not at all, not at all.
You clean up whatever's left.
So if you're Aimdroid here, what do? I think you got 2 win conditions right now. You have to get this round, because if it gets to 12, you basically lose. And so you play for your Gecko ult, and you play for your Viper ult. You probably have to buy, and it looks like they are buying. Yeah, because again, you don't want to get to 12. The thing right now is, Where are you losing? Like, where are you getting? It looks like Hyperspike is taking space and winning their aggressive duels because they're trying to push through both sides right now. Usually you don't see that. All right, there Sova goes for the initial drone based off of our drone. We get an initial pick on KJ on B. So now we know Reyna and Sova are B-sided. Likely ISO and Sova. The Reyna pushed up, getting 3, going crazy against Aimdroid right there. That's crazy.
Last player standing.
They just have their number right now. They know exactly where they are. They snuck out Viper. This Reyna is going off the charts right now. He's going ballistic, going nuclear, going every single word in the dictionary for going off right now, especially on defense. 8.9k for that Reyna on that economy. It looks like this might be it. This might be it for Aimdroid. You don't know. I'm sad to see it. You gotta buy up. It's the last round.
It could be the
I'm just
last
curious.
round.
Yeah, potentially the last round. Potentially the last round.
Scanning ahead.
The initial dart for the space. Looks like they're just making noise. They're going for it. They're going fast. The Gecko ult's coming through. ISO backside. They get the pick, but the dart comes into trade. Sova screens. He doesn't get tagged by the ult. Do they push through the smokes? They toss down the KJ ult. Do they get the bomb down to get the Viper ult down? Their KJ ult comes back in return. Do we get the bomb down? Lightning says, yes, I don't care. I got the bomb down. He got the bomb down. The KJ ult's going to come in. Lightning's going to get detained. He's detained, but his friends are not. Oh no, there's one on the flank. It's the Reyna again going ballistic. Arcade is watching the flank. 2v2, 1v1. Flank dead, now 3v2. One KJ pushed up. Skunk Juice on 5 HP.
Standing.
Gets spammed through the wall. It's planted for Ace White. Can he do it? And that's it. He cannot. And Aimdroid lose to Hyperspike 6-13 on Icebox. And that is the game. Wow.
It's a tough one to
Stunning.
see, but it was a good game.
Great game. Great game. You know, I would just say Hyperspike was doing the world on defense right there. It just felt like Aimdroid could never get anything going, you know?
Yeah. Look at this timeline. They just couldn't pick it up on attack.
Yeah. Literally nothing on attack. And I think, honestly, Hyperspike was just pushing out of, they were just being aggressive, you know? And they were just winning their duels. And that's kind of how it works sometimes.
Yeah. It's how the cookie crumbles, you know?
Exactly.
The sandwich, the chicken sandwich falls apart.
Yeah, exactly. The sandwich fell apart. But that will be it for Aimdroid versus Hyperspike. Thank you everyone for tuning in. All of our fans, I know you enjoyed this a lot. This beautiful commentary. Thank you, Trevor, for being an excellent co-caster with me. And hope this isn't the end for Aimdroid. Or maybe it is. I don't know. I don't know how the tournament works. But we'll
It's been great casting with you.
yeah. I think we have a career in this. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, so let's sign.